And he was like, when? And I told him when it was and who was present. And at that time, I'm doing my master's and I'm lecturing at Wits University. And I'm like, you know.
And he should have told him, by the way, I'm doing a play with Dr. Kani.
No, but at that time I had done the play.
Oh, yes.
And it was funny because...
so I know who he is now.
After this, then I went to drama school.
Yeah.
FUBA, Federated Union of Black Artists. So it was FUBA Academy. I went to that one and I was studying there. And that's when I met John Kani, where I met, people like Many Menim, Bunny Simon. Bunny Simon, they named the theater after him at the Market Theater.
This is the first theater production you did, right? What was it called again?
My Children, My Africa.
Yes.
By Ethel Fugard. And at that time, I'm walking, and Bunny Simon sees me walking past, and it's like, Rapulana, come here, because he had seen the student work that we were doing at FUBA, because FUBA was just opposite Market Theater. So they used to come and watch and then critique and all sorts of things. So at that time, I'm just walking past, and the next thing is like, Rapulana, come here, and why aren't you auditioning? And I was like, auditioning for what? And it's like, no, there's an Ethel Fugard play that's coming to the Market Theater, and you should be auditioning. There's a part that I think you should be auditioning for. And he was like, no, come, fill up, and there was someone there, and I filled up, that form and everything. And I waited there, they called me in, and it was like improvising in front of John Kani and Ethel Fugard. And, going on and on. That was the longest audition that I did. It was like about 3 weeks.
3 weeks?
Whoa. Yeah, because they kept on calling me back. Callbacks. So every day I would be at the Market Theater. But I grew up around Market Theater, so that's like... So ultimately I got it.
So you weren't prepared first time around. Do you remember?
No, but it was not, it was not like they give you, it was like improvising.
Oh.
And they would give you a scenario and then you improvise with, just random. And then you keep going and that's it.
And how was it like working with Dr. John Kani?
Perfection. Perfection in motion, man. He taught me a lot.
Wow.
The kind of things that I do in my acting right now, I got from him.
No way.
I'm telling you. He was that generous with me.
What are some of those things?
Took me, even now, I call him my dad.
Yeah.
I'm like, I would go to the Market Theater because he used to be the artistic director at the Market Theater. I would go there and, his secretary would be like, excuse me, what do you want? And I'm like, no, I'm here to see Dr. John Kani. And she would be like, no, I'm sorry, you can't see him. And I'm like, no, I have to see him now. And now I just rock up.
Yeah.
I have to see him now. And it's like, why? I'm his son. I'm his son. And she would go in and say, your son is...
He's outside.
And he would come out, oh, my son, how are you? Yeah, so, seriously, he is my dad and he calls me my son. And every time, when we communicate, it's like, how are you, my son?
Yeah.
And when he sees me, my son. And
what are those things, some of those things that he taught you that you still do?
In terms of acting, how to fine-tune the things that I did on stage, and how to internalize and basically bring the best out of a character, And he would sit with me. I sat with John Kani for days, for hours, everywhere we went. And I would just be sucking the marrow of life, And he would be, he would share all the time, all his experiences, how he would approach, a character, how he would deal with a particular character. All those things he would share with me.
Yeah. Oh, that's beautiful, man.
Yeah.
And we got to say we wish him well wishes because he's not well at the moment. Yeah, he's not well at the moment, but hopefully he gets a speedy recovery.
But he is a great person. He's a great man. He's the actor. The actor in South Africa.
Yeah, we interviewed him on the show, man. Amazing. How did you end up studying in Texas, in the USA?
Actually, he had a hand in it.
Okay.
Yeah, John Kani had a hand in it. Dr. John Kani.
Yeah.
Yeah, my dad. He had a hand in it. What happened was I was doing My Children, My Africa at that time, and they had Africa Inc. It's like Africa Incorporated Arts. It was some organization that actually took, young artists and gave them, a platform where they can go and study anywhere.
Yeah.
In the US. So at that time there was an opening for me to study, and he had heard that I'm interested in studying even further. From at that time I was at FUBA.
Yeah.
And he was like, Rapulana, are you still interested in going study somewhere? And I said, yeah. And he told me, no. I thought Fuyat and myself are on the board of this organization, and there's an opening for a youngster, and I'm like, yeah, I would do it. And then he said, okay, perfect. But the thing was, I had to raise money for my ticket to Texas.
Wow. Okay.
And do you know what he did? He went to the people he knew, and he was like, "No, I have this young
youngster,
and he wants to go to," and suddenly I was given a check on stage.
Wow!
Like covering my flight to Texas.
How much was the flight at that time?
I don't know. I don't remember. But
$100,000.
It was a lot of money. It was a lot of money because, and at that time there were no direct flights.
Okay.
From here to the US, so you had to go through. London and then connect from London to the US.
Is this your first time on a plane?
No, it was not the first time. I mean, My Children, My Africa with John Kani and Athol Fugard.
You went to England.
Yeah, I mean, because we went to England, we performed in Oxford.
Yeah,
actually.
Yeah,
we performed in Oxford. We performed in London, at the National Theatre there, in Toronto. I was everywhere around here.
Yeah. So I get to talk Kazi from Middlelands. When you get to America, aren't you like shocked at the culture? Are you amazed?
No, I was ready for it.
You were ready for it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I landed and I said to myself, 4 years, and I'm out of here. Yeah, and the humidity and and I was like, Rapulana, focus. You came here for a reason. Focus on that.
And no Jean, because I'm not papa.
I hit it.
I'm not
papa. Yo. And I had to buy this thing, this corn meal. I had to buy that rubbish. And because I used to, share with these boys. It was a house, so it was a commune there, and we were sharing. And they would look at me like, Rapulana, are you okay? Kid, what do you mean? And I'm like, what are you doing?
Why is he beating the pot?
Yeah, and not only that, like, there was a time I was doing my washing, and they're like, why are you doing this to yourself? Why are you doing this to yourself? You can take this thing to a laundromat, and then they will do this, and they will even iron for you if you want. And I'm like, no, man, I'm fine. That's good. So just stay in your name. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there were weird things. They would be looking at me and like, what is wrong with this? But it was fun. I learned a lot. I have to be honest.
But you're from a very religious family, and how did they feel about it? Suddenly you're traveling the world, the acting, because I'm sure that's not what they envisioned for you.
No, I mean, to start with, now, I was like, dom. I was that child. My parents kept their fingers crossed. Or at least if at all he can go through this line, tricky, maybe that, So when I told them I want to go to university and to study a degree, I'm sure they were happy, man. They were like, wow. At least,
Wow.
thank you. At least, he wants to go and study some. Like I was a bit naughty, actually.
Yeah.
I was naughty now growing up. So, hey, a troublemaker. So that's what it was like. They were looking at me like.
When you say troublemaker, no, it's hard.
Yeah?
No, it's hard.
Nah. What's one of the So I would gamble. I mean, I used to gamble like Zwepe, Madaisi. But I mean, you would, and we would do it even in class while the teacher busy does go play bottom busy, and we would be doing but it was like stupid things, and it was like for now it was an addiction.
Yes.
Because it kept on, and one day I woke up and I said, no, I'm not doing this anymore, and that was it. So and that was it, and I stopped. And they would call me, "Get right into."